Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Michael,
This is Carolyn.
and this is the Penguin Coffee Clutch.
It sure is.
Also, today we are joined by my latest Ninja Turtle action figure acquisition. It's Krang from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
Oh.
This is his little brain here, right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is his android body. I don't know how much you know about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Probably not a lot, given our audience, but I'm sure some people.
This is one I did not go see. I apologize.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But that's a common conception for various cartoonish characters to have a brain in the middle and then a prototype body surrounding it.
This is common?
Yes.
This is the first time I've heard of it. How is it?
I've seen something like this 3 or 4 times.
Well, yeah, but they've made like 3 or 4 Ninja Turtles.
No, in other storylines.
Huh.
I
didn't know that.
There was an enemy in Power Rangers
Yeah,
decade ago that had something like that.
Yeah, they probably ripped out directly from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's possible. I'm just saying that it's not an uncommon.
Yeah.
To me, it didn't seem uncommon, but it's certainly a lovely statue.
Yes, we're also statue.
Well, what would you call it? A replica?
Action figure.
Action figure.
There you go.
Okay.
We're also joined by my favorite, Krang Classic. He's much bigger than Krang. See?
He has a brain you can see.
Yes, his brain you can see, and they're both removable brains. They're actually more like little aliens than they are brains.
Reminds me of zombies.
I guess so.
Don't they have their brains gone?
Yeah. Well, no, zombies have a functioning hindbrain.
Ah.
But the rest of their brain.
Was it the lower cortex is functioning?
Yeah,
okay.
Or maybe just the brainstem. Although,
but they walk.
Although you can't really breathe or eat or anything without the hindbrains. I'm pretty sure they have to have a functioning hindbrain no matter what The Walking Dead says.
Very confusing.
Yes, well.
Anyway, it's a lovely summer day.
Although the occipital lobe is in the forebrain, isn't it?
Occipital lobe is back here.
Okay, it's still not the hindbrain. They gotta have a lot of brain function in order to be zombies.
Yes, I guess, but something slows them down. Because they're always slow.
They are decaying.
Yes.
Also,
but there's some thinking going on too, because they alter their path depending on where you are.
Yes. So there's a lot of brain function zombies. Also, to keep it on topic, go check out Stalking It Zombies. One very awesome podcast.
I'll have to do that.
You haven't checked it out?
No.
Oh man, they had the best cats.
I will have to do this. What was the name of the podcast again?
Stalking It Zombies.
Stockinette Zombies. All right, I'm checking it out.
Yes.
Of course, for the next week and a half, I will have little or no internet, but that's...
Well, I mean, is there a reason for that?
Yes, we're going on the boat tomorrow morning at the turn of the tide. We're going back into the 19th century.
For a week and a half.
From Thursday to a week from Sunday.
Hmm.
We're going to be sailing to Newport, Rhode Island. We expect to get there by Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be there Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Our friends who are visiting, they are so excited about us showing up with the boat. They've taken off from work on Monday to hang out. I think this is hysterical. They have a boat. I mean, it's not like they haven't seen a boat. They're in Newport. It's like...
Oh, see, I don't have a boat. So
it's crazy with boats.
If you brought the boat by, I'd be like, oh,
you'd be right there, yeah.
I take off all the time.
Well, I understand that, but they're in a place where it's like more boats than people. Anyway, they're taking off on Monday. I don't know.
Sounds like an awesome place.
It does.
I've been playing a pirate game a lot recently, so.
Arg. Anyway, so then I don't know whether we're taking them to Block Island on Monday or whatever we're doing on Monday. And then, since I'm unsure of what we're doing on Monday, we'll either stay in Newport Monday night and then go over to Block Island on Tuesday or do the same thing on Monday. There's a ferry from Block Island back to Newport. So we could take our friends over to Block Island and maybe they could take the ferry back depending on the timing.
Where is Newport? Because I know Newport, Kentucky. But...
Newport, Rhode Island is By Kingston. It's just it's past
Okay.
Kingston.
Sure.
So it's really pretty, and
Okay.
it's got all these old mansions that people, and there's some that where people play act the original owners, and it's really fascinating.
That does sound cool.
There's some really good walking paths. Our friends live near Bristol, so we're going to be staying at a mooring in Bristol. I met a woman yesterday
Okay,
who's
these are some common city names, I gotta say.
yes, who actually grew up in Bristol, Rhode Island, and whose family has moved to Ireland on her. I mean, that's like really pulling up roots and going.
Yeah, if I could move to Ireland, I would.
And she was giving me the name of some restaurants that we should hang out at, and another ice cream shop. And I didn't want to tell her that I couldn't have ice cream. But Richard can, so he can eat enough for two.
Can you have tofuti? I have some in the freezer.
We're going out tonight. I don't.
No, I wouldn't actually offering. But
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Cause I could take a look at it. I can tell you where to buy some.
Oh, okay.
Great stuff.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah. So anyway, depending on the internet capabilities of where we are now, from Friday night through Sunday night, we'll be at our friends, so we'll have internet there. But Block Island and tomorrow night, I have no idea. I'm actually making phone calls with some of my students on my phone instead of doing things on the internet because we're doing some. Let's see, I have a phone call I have to make tonight around 6, and then I've got one tomorrow night between 9 and 10 o'clock at night just to coordinate the research stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, since we seem to be changing topics.
All over the place.
Before I forget, I want to mention that Jill from the Knitting Broomstick is very sick.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't know with what, but she had to go to the hospital for some IV fluids. So
oh,
I know
that's terrible.
Yeah, so I just want to let her know or reaffirm that she's in our thoughts and
Yes.
hopefully all of our viewers' thoughts as well.
And that she'll be reconstituted and
yes,
back on her feet.
Hoping for a speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, so we're switching other topics again.
Yes, would you like to talk about yarn?
I don't know. I'll talk about whatever.
Okay.
I don't have a lot to actually talk about this week for various reasons.
You say that all the time, and yet it always goes to an hour. So.
Yes. Well, the problem is the last 2 weeks I've been working on a secret project that I've dubbed Project Mohair, which involves.
Which is what I just consulted on.
Yes.
Okay. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, which involves mohair and beads. Here.
2 of my favorite topics.
Here, I will show you the beads because I can't show you the project. They're very beady. See?
And they're golden,
yes.
And they're used to great effect.
Yes, they are galvanized gold. They
really show up nicely in the yarn color choices that he's chosen. Yes. So when he's allowed to talk about it, I think you all are going to really like it. Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's good.
That'll be months from now. But yeah, that's been all consuming. All of my free time has gone into Project Mohair. So I have a couple of things to share.
Okay.
Some of which is from my wife, so that's good.
That's excellent. Our producer's always busy doing things.
Here's some random cat's kettle. It's only here because it's pretty. There's no other reason why I'm showing it. It's pretty. It's my wife's new yarn.
Ah, really nice.
Yes.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes.
Hand painted.
Yes. Ooh. Although it looks like it's been speckled, maybe.
Looks like a little speckles to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some bursts of really intense color. I think it's more like speckled, but hand speckled.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I like it.
And then I have some fiber to talk about because I'm supposed to talk about how one of these, or this black or this alpaca silk is really slick, and so she can't spin it.
Who can't spin it?
My
Our producer?
Yeah. I don't know if it has a long staple length.
Not even with a hand spin though?
Well, I'm sure she could No.
She says no.
She says no. And then I have this other merino silk, which is a much shorter staple length and much grabbier apparently, and she is able to spin it. So I'm supposed to compare and contrast these or something. Oh, this is much
Ooh.
silkier, even though I'm sensitive to it. What's
Can
a,
I?
what's the staple length on that?
It's a long staple.
Okay, that might make it harder to spin.
I usually find that it
although
makes it easier.
I'm told that the long staples are easier to spin, but I think the producer has an easier time spinning short staple lengths, so that's might actually she's a little opposite in that. So that might
Maybe I can
contribute.
help you with this. We will have to talk
Yes, we'll
because
talk.
I do like long
And of
staple.
course, this is a much shorter staple. So, okay.
All right,
There's
this
that.
is beautiful.
And then
We'll have to talk. I'm talking to our producer afterwards.
yes, and then this is some bona fide hand spun.
That's beautiful.
That's actually been chain plied because my wife learned how to chain ply, and she has been chain plying this week. So it's the first hand spun she ever did, and not the first chain ply, but one of the first. It's really cool looking, very
You're gonna
pretty.
have to teach me how to do that.
Chain. Yeah, it took her a while to learn that. She accidentally chain plied the wrong way, and she created this hot mess that I think she's running to go grab now for some reason because showing off hot mess is always fun to do. And then she got on. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the hot mess.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
very pretty yarn. That's a hot mess.
But it'd be interesting to knit with.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
This would be very interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
think that'd be so cool.
It's tangled like crazy now, so there's no knitting with it unless I give it to Mary.
Well, let's give it to Mary.
Okay, sure. We'll bring it with us. We'll give it to
Yeah.
Mary. See what she has to say.
Oh, this would be fun.
Here, Crane can. No. Okay, he doesn't want to stand.
It's not standing. All right, but the colors are gorgeous. I'm going to drape it over your action figure. The
Yeah,
colors are
these
absolutely
these
gorgeous. So,
patterns.
yes, we'll have to fix that. So, what else is going on over there? What else is in your pile?
Okay.
What's the white thing?
Okay, sure. So I haven't been dyeing this week, but I did get something in the mail, which is this.
Mm-hmm.
It is a cone of merino silk fingering weight single ply yarn. Except
Fingering?
Yeah. Well, it's a little thin for fingering, but I got 3 of these actually.
Light fingering, it looks like.
It's very big, very massive.
Yes.
Very, very, very nice. I can't wait to see what it actually dies up to.
And then what? You pull out 400 yards a piece and do something with it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
That's what I did with these skeins. Although, yeah, this seems like very light fingering. I might
It
have
does.
I might have to do. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out 100 grams regardless. So
Okay.
maybe it'll be light fingering. With
It's possible.
600 yards.
Yeah.
And then I didn't dye in yarn this week, like I said.
Right.
But I did
Speckle.
reply.
Oh, reply.
Or reskein
Those.
one skein. So this is the same as this. This is the ring neck parrot
Right.
reskeined. And I don't know which one I like better, honestly. They're both pretty cool.
I think I like this one.
Yeah, but it's hard to get this one unless I start buying in skeins. I don't know if I want to do that. At least not anytime soon. I'd have to get an actual ID and buy in bulk. And
right.
That's hard to do.
Mm.
But this skein is much cleaner, and I think it still looks pretty cool.
It does.
So.
You just asked me which I liked better.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't know which I like better. I think they're both really cool.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice.
So this is what it looks like reskeined. Very cool.
Yes.
And I'll probably reskein some of the others later on.
That'd be nice.
So that's it as far as yarn. Otherwise, I have non-yarn things here. But I don't know if you want me to just vomit up
Do
all
you
of my
want me
information
to?
at once, or
No, do
maybe
you want me to talk about this?
yeah, let's.
Okay, so it's June now,
Mm,
and it is the 15th. So in 6 months, we're going to be neck deep in Christmas preparation or holiday preparation, right?
yes.
Yes. So at Voguing Live last year, the speakers at the dinner were Arnie and Carlos. They were hysterically funny. If you ever get a chance to go and meet with them and talk with them or listen to one of their expositions, go. It was a hoot. I always, laughed myself almost out of the chair. Really hysterical. And Arnie kept talking about the Christmas balls. So I said, well, this is really interesting. Of course, they have a lot of examples of their Christmas balls. So I thought, well, not like I don't have a lot of other things going on. I've got a huge shawl that I'm supposed to be doing, my lace shawl, which I've not touched. I'm involved in
Well, it looked pretty giant the last time you showed it.
well, it's getting there, and I'm taking that with us tomorrow. And then, of course, I've got that summer sweater that I'll show in a minute. Anyway, I started thinking about Christmas for any number of different reasons, and Arnie and Carlos, which I thought they were so funny. And I had bought their book on Amazon, an electronic book, a Kindle book. I'm not ever going to do that again until I can figure out a way that I can extract out the charts on paper, because I like to print the charts on paper and cross out each row. And right now I can copy and paste the directions. I can't seem to copy out the charts. I think but I only started working on it yesterday. Anyway, this is what I made.
It's very nice. I
Uh,
really like the snowflakes, especially the. Well, I guess it's a variegated, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah, it's really
yes.
cool.
Um, so that's my first one. I believe the book has at least 25 of these things.
Wow.
So there's a new goal in my life to make every one of the Christmas ornaments that's in the book. So I'll keep you posted on that. So that was one thing I did. I have been working on the first tour de sock, and when I was trying to get myself ready for today, you know, Kristen of Wool and Vine Yarns is having a box of socks all year.
Yes.
I put my socks in the box of socks, and I forgot to put it in my bag to bring here. I
Yeah,
apologize.
that's okay.
I'll bring it the next
Yeah,
time.
we'll bring it the next
We'll
time.
bring it the next
It's
time.
cool. You people are patient, right?
I hope so. I'm sorry, but they're bright red, and it's a really nice lacy pattern. And I was so proud of myself because last year I was just a cheerleader for the Tour de Sock, and this year I'm on a relaxed team. Thank goodness, because I've been well, I was out of town twice with this sock. Both times I managed to break a needle.
Oh.
So, and since I'm out of town, I can't just reach over and pick up another one and keep going. Apparently, I'm deaf to wooden needles that are size 1.5 and smaller. They just snap.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not even knitting with them at that point. I'm like trying to bring them through the sock or something, and then I hear this crack, and then it's in pieces. So that was a problem. Both times I was in places where I was totally out of mail. I mean, I had no idea where to go to get needles, and this last time I was at a conference in Ohio, so it was like most of my time had already been spoken for. So I had to go into something else. So I didn't finish my sock in time to get any points for my team in Tour de Sock, which is
That's unfortunate.
it's unfortunate. And I'm not going to do the second sock because there's no way I'm catching up with all of that. But the third sock's going to drop, I think, on the 20th. So I'm bringing yarn with me. What a surprise!
Yeah, that's not really a surprise.
It's not really. So I've got I believe it's supposed to be fingering yarn. So I have Knit Picks Chroma in fingering, which is a nice light lavender.
Yeah, I'd say it's lavender, lilac, somewhere.
And with a little gray in it.
Yeah.
So if you can see, yes, there it shows up nicely. So I'm bringing that, and then I have a couple other choices. This is one I got
Ooh, that's pretty.
from the Long Island yarn crawl that we were at.
Yes.
And this
Second
is
annual.
yes, this is Frolicking Feet, Maine made, and the color is Summer Sky. So I was really taken with that. And in fact,
Yeah.
I bought it knowing that I was going to sign up for Tour de Sock.
Mm.
So that's certainly a possibility. It's 100% superwash merino. They said approximately 350 yards. I think that should be enough. I mean, I'll check the pattern, certainly. The first sock was, I think for me, was like 330 yards, 320 yards, something like that. So there is enough in that. And then I think this is one I bought from our producer. It looks familiar. So this is flock sock fingering, and this is 400 yards. And this is Midnight Blue.
How did she give that one up? Because that does not look like something that anyone could ever give up.
I think it was in a weak moment, and I took advantage of her.
Yeah.
So this is 400 yards. This is 350 yards, and this is 396. So depending on what the required yard, these two are obviously long yardage.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what the pattern for the third Tour de Sock is, I'll see which one of these will work. I'm bringing my small needle bag with me, so I should be okay. In fact, today at work, 2 more carbon needles showed up out of the blue. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Random things just show up at our door sometimes.
So I have a 1.5 and a 2. So that will go the one that I already have. So that should cover socks. So I think that'll be okay. And let's see what else I have down here. Then I also have, this is Felici. And I have no idea what colorway it is, but it's a sock that I've started.
It's pretty, whatever it is.
It's gorgeous. I'll look it up, and next time I'll tell you all about it. But I've started a sock. I started socks. So I've got one sock started. And that's about as far, and I'm up to 60 stitches there.
Mm-hmm.
So I will start the second sock. Actually, no, I lie. I have the second sock. So I'm working. Oh, this is where I'm playing with the tiny sock needles. So,
yeah, I like that toe.
Isn't that cute toe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where you just, the needle is just big enough for the sock.
Oh, yes.
And I think I may like it.
So I think it's 50-50 whether people like those or don't.
So I'm going to try it and see.
Yeah.
Sock exploration. So I've got these I'm taking with me. And then, remember the yarn that I dyed? Well, yes. This is the blue that I dyed, and I've now caked up. And I have now started a summer sweater.
It's looking very nice.
Thank you. I've gotten all my decreases in. And I mean, it's pooling a little.
Yeah, that's some interesting pooling, I gotta say.
It's got some of the black, or the darker, is pooling nicely, and yet there's some of the aqua.
Yeah.
So I'm very pleased with the dye job that I had done with this. And I can tell you the name of the pattern. It is an Amy Herzog pattern. It is the Moscato pattern. And I'm thinking I may make the sleeves just a little shorter.
Yeah.
So instead of being down to here, I'm thinking about maybe here. And I'm not making it quite as long. And the reason is I don't have quite enough. I have 100 yards less than I need. So I figure this looks like a rather long on her. So if I bring it shorter, I think it will be better for me in general. And then I'll have all the yarn, because what I have is 800 yards. And my particular size should take about 950. So if they make it shorter and shorten the sleeves a little, I think I'll be just fine.
Is it top down?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
But, I can shorten it up,
Yeah.
and measure from, measuring from the armhole. So,
yeah.
So anyway, but I think it's really pretty. I think it's working out nicely. So
yeah, it does. I agree.
I am working on that. Oh, and then my other idea that I decided, I guess was yesterday. Was it yesterday we were having this conversation? Yesterday I posted the question. Yes. So in Ravelry I posted the question about counting yardage when you're weaving something. I just recently got, last month got a rigid heddle. And there's going to be a Harry Potter Club Quidditch match where you're supposed to be working 200 yards in a week. And you can either work at spinning, or you can work at weaving, or you can work at knitting or crocheting. And I thought, well, that would be a wonderful thing to do with my weaving loom. And so I was just in general asking, how does one count yardage when you're weaving? I mean, does the warp count? Is it just the weft that counts? And I've been informed today that both the warp and the weft count.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I have some cotton, and in the sword group in Harry Potter.
Stands for spinning, weaving, or dyeing.
Yes. They were, I was saying I'm so excited about getting the loom. I'm not quite sure what to try first, and they suggested towels, like kitchen towels. And I do have some cotton, so what I think I'll do is I'll take the cotton and the loom with me.
Yeah, cotton should weave up nicely, I'd imagine.
I would think so. So I have some. I had started to try to put this on the big loom, so I actually have a bunch of 10 yardage pieces. And so I figure I can turn them into 5-yard pieces for the little loom. So each one can then become the forward and back.
Yeah.
And I'll still end up with, well, 5 times 2 is 15 feet.
Yeah.
That's more than enough for towels. I would think that I could make at least 4 towels out of 15 feet, because I know there's shortage.
Don't forget you can cut weaving.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, 4 would give me, I think, out of 15 feet easily. And I could, make them a little bit longer than 3 feet. So anyway, that was my thought process. So if I get, while I'm waiting for the stitch markers or the progress keepers to bake tonight, I can see about warping the loom. I apologize that I did not make the stitch markers in time for today, but I managed to lose my Fimo play. I have looked all over. I have no idea what I did with it. It's in a very safe place, so I went out and bought more yesterday. So now I have enough Fimo that I can make penguins.
I think that's a good segue.
Okay.
To announce our winner of our Shawl Along.
What a great idea!
Yes. So we had, what was it, 10, 20 entries? It may be 20.
14.
14. So those,
somewhere
between 10
big.
and 20.
Okay.
So we had 14 entries, which is exciting.
Yes.
And we did the random.org thing earlier.
Yes, generator.
Yes.
And came up with the number 9.
Was it number 9? I don't.
7?
Yeah, it might have been.
It went blank.
I know
Anyway,
who it was anyways.
Yes, we do.
It's Vin Girl.
Yes.
Which I think Vin stands for wine, maybe.
In French, yes.
Yeah.
That.
So I'll put the name here somewhere.
Yes. And so we have prizes.
Yes. So if you could get in contact with me with your address, we can send off the prizes, and the prizes, of course, being the stitch markers that you're talking about, and the little penguins, which are going to be really cute. We showed examples of them.
Was it the last time or the time before?
It was one of those two.
Anyway, I'll be making more of those, so that we'll be sending out probably a set of 5.
Yes, and you'll also be getting the Build-A-Smear shawl
pattern.
That was done by Kristen of Bolenvine Yarns.
It's a great pattern.
Yes. And you'll also be getting a pattern from me, so whichever pattern you want.
They get a choice.
Yes, they get a choice.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, congratulations
Yes,
to
congratulations to Bing
Bing
Girl.
And our next knit along will be Knitmas in July.
Oh, and I have yarn for that.
Yes.
All right.
And that'll start in July, obviously, and we'll be co-hosting it with Amber from the Yarn Junkie podcast.
You know, I have perfect yarn. I think it may be from Bullenvine. I'll have to check, Kristen.
And-
I'll have to check, but I think it was a skein that might have been left over. It was definitely a holiday color type of thing.
Yes.
I put it aside specially for this because I knew we were going to do it.
Yes, and the purpose of this knit along is to knit something Christmas themed or in Christmas colors or something along those lines. It's pretty open.
So it could be a shawl or shawlette.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
A lot of us in New York wear black, so these Christmas colors actually look nice around the face. Just kind of adds that little bit of color pop.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Or socks.
Or socks, or mitts, or anything really.
Hat.
Yeah.
We can make an ensemble.
Or,
we could have a scarf. We could have a hat. We could have mitts.
Yeah.
We could really go to town.
Yeah. So we'll get you more details for that, and by next podcast, I guess.
Yeah, the next podcast will be, I think, the week of the 27th. So
yeah,
that's the Monday.
Yeah, that would be a good time to have all
the 29th.
The details, and of course the details will be in our forum and
show notes
Amber's forum. We don't do show notes.
We don't do that. We do notes.
Sure.
We have things that we post.
We post things, but we kind of randomly talk. It's kind of our format. We bring a bunch of stuff, and we're like, oh, what do you want to talk about? Here's this. Here's this. Here's this. Oh,
we do have some organization.
Yeah, I guess. So.
All right, so we have the pattern.
Yes.
Yes, and we will have my penguins.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So that's what we have, and congratulations, because I think that the patterns are nice. So that'll be good.
I hope so.
Yes.
One of them's mine.
Yes. Well, and I made up the other one. So.
What other one?
Kristen's.
What?
I made that shawl.
Oh yeah, you made that. Yes.
Yes, I made it up.
My wife has also made that shawl. So
yes, it's a lovely pattern. So that'll be good.
I know it's a very nice pattern.
And then, so in July, we'll talk about what prizes we have for that.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we will have prizes for this one as well.
Yes, and then
much more exciting prizes, but not to say that these prizes aren't exciting, but I'm really.
We start off slow. What can I tell you?
I'm really excited about these upcoming prizes.
And I've been thinking about a bag and how to make the bag. So I still have to think about it a little bit, but I think I've got it.
Yeah.
I think I may have an idea. So, and then what about the other idea that you had? When is that going to start? In August?
Well, let's see. We're doing that with Melissa from the Spicy Homemaker and Jill of the Knitting Broomstick.
And when does that start? When Jill gets better?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
That's when
it
starts.
So we have another one.
We don't know for certain yet.
We have another one in the wings. And I think it will depend on how Jill feels.
Yes, that's pretty.
And that one will also be exciting. And maybe that's when we'll have a bag.
Maybe.
How about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that would be good.
I mean that one's like several months long knit along, so I don't know what we'll be doing exactly. But I mean there'll be prizes from Melissa and Jill as well. So
right. So I think by that time I will have been able to sketch out what.
Yeah.
I want to do for our bag.
Yeah.
So we can do that. And maybe I can make more penguins if I don't keep losing the female. It's like $20 every time I go in to get all the colors. This is like nuts. I've got to figure out what I've done with it.
Yeah.
My sense of organization obviously has left the station. Summer, it's the heat.
That's
know?
Okay. I feel like I've been dying these last 2 weeks. I can't remember anything. I'm just so forgetful lately.
Well, I think the summer is just going to be one of those because my research assistant has graduated.
Oh, okay.
And what's really exciting is that the research that we were working on, we were using some of the Bloomberg financial data to look at innovation within family-held firms, and he was a finance and economics major working for a marketing professor, what can I say? And he was able to take my ideas and figure out what data points within the Bloomberg information we could mine to see if the amount of innovation actually provided or correlated with higher family profits. Anyway, he is finishing up some other work that he worked all the time. He, in his family, his dad died 4 years ago when he was a senior in high school. So he's just been doing all kinds of odd jobs to get through school.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he had done the financial statistics on this project. So he was interviewing with the Federal Reserve and somehow got talking about our project. They loved it.
Oh,
and
good.
So he's been hired by the Federal Reserve, and he's going to go to work in Chicago. And then he said once he gets his apartment in Chicago, we're going to be working on taking the research and turning it into an article.
That sounds
so
exciting.
It's very exciting because it's so tedious going through this Bloomberg data and cleaning it that I have not seen any other research on this because it is just ghastly.
Yeah.
And without his dedication to this, we wouldn't have gotten it done. Anyway, so he's going to be in Chicago. But the good news is, for my lack of organization, is that his sister is coming to Manhattan College and has already put her name in the pool to be my research assistant. And I would be a fool not to consider her very, very strongly. She's been getting in touch with me. You know, her brother was just wonderful to work with. So I have great hopes that she will win out in that little competition of who's Dr. Brad Moore's research assistant, because we do have a good time.
Speaking of lack of organization. So I had lost some of my best notions for a very long time.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's worse than losing Fimo.
Yeah.
But you're clutching something.
But yeah, I found them. They are here.
Oh, thank God. They're your scissors.
Yeah, I have my really awesome scissors that fold up into this little thing here. And I have my seaming needles, and I have some stitch holders, and I have some cable needles, and there's just a couple stitch markers.
Which cat hid them on you?
You know, I don't remember where I found it. I think I found it in the couch, so you can blame the youngest cat on this.
Molly?
Yeah.
I would believe Molly. Yeah, I really would.
Cause I gotta say, we this microphone you're wearing.
Yes.
We found that in the couch too. We also found her collar.
In the couch.
Yes.
So. It sounds like Molly to me.
And speaking of losing things in furniture.
Yes.
I have here this remote control.
I see it's remote control.
Yes. And
what's it for? The television?
Yes, it is for the television. And this
should have been for a gaming platform, though.
No, it's for the television.
Okay. How long has it been lost?
It was lost for maybe 2 hours. Maybe 4 hours, let's say.
Oh my God. That's like a crisis.
It was a crisis. It was a very severe crisis. Not because, you know, we couldn't get up and change the volume on the television when watching podcasts by going over to the television.
I can't do that. My television doesn't have any controls on it.
Ours does.
Oh, well, that's good.
But the crisis was where it was located. So we
really?
Yeah, we just bought a new chair. And it's a recliner. It has clocks on it. It's very cool looking.
Oh yes. The other one went.
Yeah, the other one's gone. We didn't like it.
The big thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should say we didn't buy a new chair so much as exchange the big thing for this chair.
Okay. Well, a recliner is always good.
Yes, but this recliner is on the inexpensive side, and you can tell.
Well, how?
Well, you know how most recliners have little things on the seat, so if you drop something in the seat, it'll get caught and not go into the gears and stuff?
If you say so.
Okay, well, this recliner does not have that.
Okay.
So this is not the first time we've lost something.
Into the gears?
Yes. And usually we go underneath the recliner
I
and
get it.
grab it, and it's okay.
Right.
No big deal. Well, we lost the remote in there, and we weren't sure it was in there, and I couldn't find it in the gears. And then we flipped the thing over, and I finally saw it. Um, and you see the arms on the recliner?
I do. They're nice rolled arms.
Yes. Well, apparently there is a hole that leads directly into the inside of those arms.
Oh no! It was in the arm?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So I saw it. I saw it in that hole,
Oh
and
my
I went
gosh!
to grab it, and it fell all the way into the arm, and it fell into this nice remote-sized hole that was in the arm of the chair, and
Oh,
it
Michael.
was really, really tight. So I got my arm like really in there, and I was like,
Were you injured?
I was mildly injured. Yeah, it was more whiny than injured, but I was afraid I was gonna rip my skin off or something. It was that tight. Um,
Well, I'm
and,
glad you persevered.
it took about 2 hours
2 hours?
to persevere. We were working on this for about 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And we would tried all sorts of things. Finally, I'd gotten my arm so far in there, I was able to grab the end of it and shove it to the side, and then we found a hole in the fabric that I was able to stick my hand in. And I stuck my hand in, and I still couldn't pull the remote out, but
To move it along?
yeah, I got it to the point where I could get my entire hand around it like this. Um, and it kind of shook loose from the hole it was in. And even though I still couldn't pull it out, I was able to, you know Fonzie from Happy Days.
Yes.
I was able to hit it, and the remote fell down, and I was able to reach in and pull it out that way.
We have a very able producer. Has she looked at this to see if she can affect some kind of retrofit on this? She's
No,
very clever.
no. Yeah, you say she's clever,
I do say she's
and
clever.
she is clever. She's very clever,
She's
but
also a seamstress.
she is a seamstress.
I have a project bag she made.
But when it comes to certain things, she's a little less clever.
All right, well, we're not
Um,
going to go down that path
yeah,
then.
we should probably not go down that path. But that's not to say that she isn't an extremely intelligent and capable woman.
Exactly.
She
I
just
would
has
never say anything but that.
she just has her strengths and weaknesses like everyone
As
else.
we all do.
Yes.
All right.
So
So we're
no,
going to talk about what's exciting tonight?
so short answer, no.
Okay.
We have not affected a solution to this except do not drop anything or do not drop the remote in the chair.
I'll go look at the chair after we finish.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can let's talk about tonight. Go for it.
All right, tonight we're going over to our local yarn store, Knit, in
Yes,
Roslyn.
Roslyn.
And you'll note that it's the 15th of the month.
Yes, not the first
Wednesday. So this
Yes.
is an odd event since we gave up the teaching classes at Knit, which
Yes.
is probably my fault because my schedule is so erratic that
I don't think it's anyone's fault. I think we just all kind of stopped at the same time.
I think it was my fault, but be that as it may. Anyway, tonight we have Trisha,
Trisha Malcolm
Malcolm.
from Vogue Knitting and Soho Publishing.
And she's going to be there.
Yes, she's like the editor-in-chief, top editor or something. She's a very high exec.
And I really don't know what she's going to talk about.
I don't either, but I'm going.
But I'm going.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm taking Michael.
Yes. I'm really happy.
Yes, he doesn't want to miss it. And I don't want him to miss it either.
Yes.
I think producer is going.
Plus, I have things to show her, so it's always fun.
And I have to check about my darling daughter to see if she's coming. So we'll make a phone call in a little bit just to see who's driving and who can. I mean, I'll be happy to take you. It'd be great if the other one's driving too.
Yeah, because Tanya's been working on this really long project for work, and so she's gonna still be working for several hours to come.
Oh
so,
my.
So
darling daughter, it takes a while to get home.
Yeah, so there's no way she can come with us, but if your daughter goes, then should maybe be able
Then
to
I'll
work out.
trade you off into her car.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. Other than that, so I'm going to be playing with weaving and my new loom while we're away. And one of the reasons I got the folding knitter's loom is because I wanted to be able to bring it on the boat. So I'll be able to report on that the next time.
Wow.
I may have two tours de socks. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah, that would be.
To show you because I do. You know, we don't have a television on the boat. This is a sailboat. There's not a lot of electricity on this boat.
I think you'll live.
We don't have a what is it? It's not an inductor. It's something, an inverter. We don't have an inverter. So we have one plug to recharge the phones. That's about it. So what I'm saying is that
that's pretty exciting.
it's going to be a lot of knitting and a lot of crafting at night.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
I know. You know, hearts are just breaking all over the country right now.
Yes.
So I think that I will have time to do some weaving. I'll report back on that. I'll have some time to do the sock knitting. I'm hopefully going to get the back done on the sweat. I hope to get this. Producer is like teasing me over here. I'm gonna report her for like being uncharitable. So I hope to be able to show you. I hope to be able to show you the full back of the sweater, and then the front will be rather easy to do because I can just match up the waist shaping and the armhole. You know, go as far as the armholes and stuff like that. So I think that'll be good.
Well,
and with luck, the center part of the shawl will be done. So that's my goal.
My plan is to finish up Project Mohair. And
I think you will.
Yes, and
I do like the idea that we proposed.
Yes.
Yes.
And which I'll have to actually invent a new cast on for it. But moving on.
He's very inventive. This will be not a problem.
After that, I hope to dye some yarn and knit on my scarf and socks. So those are my goals. I want to complete a sock. I want to make some progress on the scarf. I want to dye some skeins of yarn.
Great. And so with that,
yeah, I think we've
covered it. I mean, I think we've done a lot. I just forgot the one tour de sock, so I'll bring the one tour de sock definitely with me next time, and hopefully have a second.
And we did mention the winner of the Shawl Along. So. And
Kristen's box of socks.
Yes.
And by the way, the Bakery Bears are having a summer of socks.
Oh, okay.
And so
I'm not really a sock knitter, but.
But for our Christmas in July, if you knit Christmas socks, you can then put them in the box of socks for Kristen, and also the summer socks for Bakery Bears.
That's true.
So you could be submitting them all over the place, and that could be fun.
Yes, because we certainly don't mind double, triple, quadruple dipping, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever. Yeah, it's your work. You certainly did it. Why not?
And although, again, I'll have to confirm with Amber on that, but I don't think she'll have an issue.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, so.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get ourselves together and go off to knit.
Yes, so thank you, everyone, for watching our podcast.
The glass. Yes, thank you.
Yes, and as usual, watch out for any penguins or cats or, awesome crane action figures.
Or my yarn that's all over the floor here.
Or yarn, yeah, don't want to mess with yarn.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.